I'm ready when you are.
I'm doing it now. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Pokebear.
Boca Bears Podcast.
Orange Islands.
The Orange Islands.
Starring Nick and Forrest.
Starring Nick and Forrest. Reviewing a
Children's television show.
Television show that's been off the air. That's been on the air, rather, for...
Since 1998.
Yeah, these episodes are 18 years old.
Yeah.
No, from the year 2000. Isn't
No,
that crazy?
These episodes are probably 19 years old.
No, these ones. The Orange Islands are 18.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. The Indigo League was like 2 years long. Okay.
It was just such a long season.
Oh,
well, on the bright side, though, Nick, today, since we're going to be reviewing 5 episodes, that means we're going to make it to
100!
100!
Woo!
It's hard to believe that we have reviewed 100 episodes of this thing.
Some have been good. Some have been terrible. Some have been...
Most have been in between. Most have been somewhere in between.
I think we got a good mix in this batch.
We did, actually.
Yeah.
So you ready to talk about episode number 96, Snack Attack?
Yeah, I am ready to talk about this one.
You ready to talk about Snack Attack?
Snack Attack! Attacking the snacks! Turns out snacks are becoming alive, very akin to Sausage Party, and they're killing everybody. And so Ash and the gang have to stop from being eaten.
So in this episode, they get to this island.
The 7 islands
These
that are all
the
covered in grapefruit. They're the Sevi Islands from Fire Red and Leaf Green.
This entire group of islands is nothing but grapefruit trees. Like, they're literal forests of grapefruit.
They start to eat some because, hey, they're grapefruit. Yeah, they'll grow on trees. Sure, why not?
And this lady's like, how dare you steal our grapefruit?
And then she almost fucking kills Ash, except he has to block her bat with his own backpack.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you have forests of grapefruit here on 7 islands. Is there that big of a market for grapefruit?
I just can't stand the thought of losing any grapefruits to thieves.
Even a single one?
No, I'm Ruby, and I need all my grapefruits stay on trees, so my love for them won't be in vain. Because
so they find out.
Because if people go to
You're
the
fucking
forest,
insane, Nick. You're fucking insane.
If people go to the center of island number 4, they'll find my human tree hybrid, and his name is Kyle, and he begs for death, but I won't give it to him. His head is a grapefruit.
I fucking hate you so much.
So there have been thieves on this.
So there have been
thieves,
island. Yes, and they're like, well, there's been some grapefruit missing now, so let's go see. And it turns out it's
a Snorlax.
A Snorlax. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Big Snorlax. It's our second Snorlax of the show.
Second Snorlax of the show. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I like Snorlax.
It's cute. It's really adorable, this one.
It is.
It's just eating and it's...
Because this one does stuff besides sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So, it gets to be adorable.
So it's not thieves, it's just a Snorlax.
It's just a Snorlax.
Which
eats the entire forest from the island. I know Snorlaxes are fat and they eat a lot, but goddamn. He eats the tops of the trees even. In minutes.
This Snorlax swam a considerable amount of miles.
That's true.
So it's actually probably burned off a lot of calories. It needs to get those back by eating more than 900 pounds.
Evidently. So all right, well let's try battling this Snorlax. Doesn't it take them a minute to get around to the idea that they should battle it?
Yeah.
Don't they think they should do other things?
The first thing they do is just take the grapefruit away from the trees.
Which, yeah, of course that's not going to work.
It just gives a platter to Snorlax.
Yeah. Quick, everyone, pick the grapefruit off. Okay, well, either Snorlax is just going to eat it off the ground, or you're going to have a lot of rotting grapefruit all over the place. Like, it's a lose-lose.
So then Ash uses Bulbasaur to, like, Vine Whip it, doesn't do anything. Yep. Razor Leaf only chops up the grapefruit for Snorlax.
Which is funny.
So it just eats that. It's like, oh, thanks, bud.
And then Squirtle tries to use Skull Bash, but just, like, bounces off. It doesn't do anything.
Because Skull Bash is, for some reason, useless.
Well, it was never, until it rose your defense on the first turn, it was never that useful in battle. Now at least it's a 130 base power move that raises your defense on the first turn. That's used,
good.
So.
Do you keep that defense boost?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so you can use that move with like a max special defense, max attack.
What happens if you use Z?
I think it's
Skull Bash.
It works like any other Z move
so
with
it's Breakneck
base,
Blitz.
Yeah, base power, high base power, but yeah.
But I'm talking about Ash's Squirrel's Skull Bash specifically.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. So Misty's like, well, how about we try my Pokemon, like Starmie, which doesn't do anything, or Psyduck, who decides to eat a grapefruit itself instead.
Psychic moves would be perfect against Snorlax, because, Snorlax is a fighting type?
Well, Snorlax has such low special defense stat, Nick, because, fat Pokemon are known for their low special defense stat.
I'm not sure if that's true.
That's not true. Fat Pokemon are known for their high special defense stat. Because that's that blubber.
Yeah.
It just bounces off of them.
And then it does the blubber fly.
It does the blubber fly. Misty actually had a good line, though, because when Psyduck eats instead of attacking Snorlax, it chokes on the grapefruit.
I knew you would choke.
Yep.
She pulls a Darth Vader.
She does. So then Team Rocket decides to that they want to capture the Snorlax like they did last time. They decide that.
Because they're on the second island, just straight up stealing grapefruit.
Stealing their grapefruit. James, all of a sudden, is a hypnosis expert.
Yeah, that was great.
Because he accidentally hypnotizes himself and puts himself to sleep. But then that gives him the idea to put the Snorlax to sleep.
So let's just put Snorlax to sleep.
Instead of waking it up. It's like an inverse of that other show, of the episode.
Misty starts counting.
She does this story where she's like, there's all the little Snorlax. Let's count them as they hop over the
Snorlax. And the animation's really cute.
It's so adorable. But she also puts herself to sleep instead.
So then Jessie dresses up as a Mama Snorlax.
Yeah.
Trying to soothe Snorlax, and Snorlax just gets angry from them singing the lullaby. But then they have to call on the Dark Master.
Oh, God.
The Shadow beyond the Shadow. The Master of Masters. He who rules all and is killed by none.
It's Jigglypuff. It's fucking Jigglypuff. They decide to get Jigglypuff into the show. They actively get Jigglypuff into the show to sing to Snorlax. Which is a dumb idea, because if Jigglypuff puts Snorlax to sleep by singing, it's going to put everyone to sleep.
So they won't be able to get anything done.
Although it actually works, because Snorlax falls asleep.
It only works because, now at this point they're on Island 3, and Ash just, flukes himself awake still.
Yeah.
So the Snorlax is asleep, so
and he uses
Ash
Pikachu
to Thunderbolt.
Finish it off. And then he catches Snorlax
and
with a Pokeball.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Whoever catches a Snorlax with a Pokeball.
Especially on your first try. You lucky son of a bitch.
God damn it, Ash.
I wish I had that kind. Well, he is able to capture 30 Taros with just...
That's true.
On accident for the most part. That was the whole episode.
Yeah.
I think that's one of our fastest times we've gone through.
I mean, nothing else fucking happened.
That's true. Very little happens.
For some reason, there's some mystery corporate farm that owns 7 islands and then all grow grapefruit.
And they all have, radar show that, so they're able to track the Snorlax as it's moving from island to island.
And this whole, espionage team.
Yeah. It's really bizarre.
Some world building here.
Yeah. Did you like that episode?
It was very average for me. I gave it a 2.5.
2.5? I did give it a slightly higher grade. I gave it a 3. Because I really enjoyed Snorlax itself. I thought Snorlax was cool. I thought the plot was a little overly silly with the abundance of the grapefruit trees and Snorlax just destroying the economy and
if it was a family of Snorlax,
yeah,
sure,
exactly.
Just have 2 more, and then I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, as dumb as it is, I found it at least mildly entertaining. And Ash captures a Snorlax, which is cool.
That is cool.
So I at least gave it 3.
But then why doesn't he send it to Professor Oak?
Because he only had a team of 4 Pokemon.
Well, yeah, but he only had a team of 5 when he caught Muck and
actually, this was
Tauros.
his 6th, right? Because he has Charizard, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Lapras, and Snorlax.
Oh, Lapras.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
so.
6.
This is his. So for the first time since he released Butterfree,
Ash has
almost
a team
80
of
episodes
6
ago,
Pokemon.
he had 6 Pokemon.
Holy shit.
So good on him. All right. Well, do you have anything else for Snack Attack?
No, that's literally everything.
That's everything
I
about
have
it.
to say about it. This could be a short episode, isn't it?
It might
short
be.
Podcast.
It might be. Awesome. Next one.
Next one.
All right, Nick. Time for episode number 97. A Shipful
Shivering.
of Shivers.
A ship full of shivers.
A shivering ship full of
a shivering
ships.
shit full of shit. I didn't write the episode title in this note.
No, that was
so
not very professional of you.
the Ashen crew. They're on an island. They go to an
Which,
island.
duh.
Sure. And there's like, oh hey, you're on an island. And this island has a trophy that they just uncovered from the sea.
It's like, how old did they say? It's 300
years old.
I wrote 2000. Obviously, I wasn't paying attention to that
That is
moment.
way too much. Way too much.
It seemed aggressively wrong.
2000.
2000 years old. All right. 300 years. That makes way more sense.
Yeah. You should go see it.
They're like, yeah, tomorrow we'll go visit the trophy. That night, Team Rocket breaks into the museum, all Mission Impossible style,
Yeah.
and they steal the trophy.
Good for them.
Good for them. There's this really funny moment when James is being lowered down. He says something like, please don't drop me.
Please don't drop. And his face is just like, Can that be the picture you used for this episode?
I'll try to find it.
Yes.
Because it was pretty funny. It was adorable, actually. Please don't drop me. So they get away.
And they go and celebrate.
Yeah, by eating?
By eating.
It's off screen. I think it was a dubbing thing where they were actually drinking, but they decided to change it to eating so that way they wouldn't get in
Most
trouble.
likely.
Yeah, because why else would we be eating and why else would they show that completely off screen? Because they wake up in the morning and be like, we haven't celebrated like that in a really long time.
With their legs on the side of the road, and Jessie probably had to pull up her shirt. James's pants.
When they were running away, James falls and leaves an imprint of himself in the dirt,
Including his
hair, which was so cartoony. It's like, what?
It's anime hair. It has a shape that it has to definitely stick by.
Yep. So Ash and company get to the museum. They see that the trophy's been stolen. They go outside. They see the imprint of James. Is that right? And they're like,
yeah.
No, they literally just come across Team Rocket as they're talking.
They do. They see James.
Yeah.
They see the imprint and they're like, huh. I wonder who could have been. I don't know.
And then they come across Team Rocket and they're like, it was you guys. And so they're running away from Ash and crew. And as they're running down the stairs, they start the motto while they're running.
And they're just playing the wacky music with the running effect.
Yeah.
But then halfway through it, that's when they just go back into their regular motto.
Yeah, it was after the first line each of those. And I was like, oh, that was
You're
almost
so
amazing.
close.
Yeah. That was almost top 5 favorite mottos right there. So close. Didn't happen.
They have other really good mottos in the other episodes though, so we'll get to those.
Hooray.
So instead of, calling the police, letting them know, oh hey, we found the criminals, they're escaping northeast.
They could have, they weren't that far away. They could have shouted and it still would have been viable. And they decided just to follow them themselves, the little vigilante fuckers. And Team Rocket hijacks a little boat.
A little Seadra paddle boat.
A little Seadra paddle boat. Doesn't Meowth say, here guys, you need to step on it. And then they get on the boat and they're like, this is a paddle boat.
That's why you need to step
That's why you need to step
it.
on it. It's funny.
So they step on it. And Ash and crew get on Lapras and follow them in pursuit. Fog shows up out of nowhere.
And then the ship appears that the trophy was on.
The spooky ship. Ooh. We see Team Rocket get on it first, and they're exploring and being scared of.
And then they fall down
the hole. Then we see Ash and crew do the same thing, except Togepi falls down the hole.
Pikachu tried to save Togepi. I was like, please, Pikachu, we can't do this plotline again. Save it.
Except we have to do this plotline again.
Because we always have to. We're so close. So disappointed in you stupid Thunder Rat Pokemon.
So, Team Rocket is
in the bowels of
the ship, and they're running away from the random ghosts that they're seeing.
Literally sheets over them.
Literally sheets.
Like your ghost Pokemon, just be Ghastly and Haunter.
And Togepi is playing with the sheets of the ghosts that are being used. Bullshit happens.
Ash and company come across them, and they're like, and Ash pulls out his Pokedex because they take off the sheets of Ghastly and Haunter.
Mm-hmm.
He sees us, Ghastly and Haunter. And he pulls out his Pokedex to check the Pokedex entries for Ghastly and Haunter. I'm like, fucker, they've killed you before. You should know who they are.
Well, maybe Tracey wanted to know, and he's just pulling out the Pokedex for
I gotta sketch it.
Exactly. You don't know Forrest, so maybe Ash has dementia, and he forgot that he hung out with the Ghastly and a Haunter.
Well, he did die.
Maybe, yeah, he did.
And he never actually caught the Haunter. He just let it kind of follow him. Was there one other time there was a Ghastly in the show?
Yeah, the Maiden of the Peak.
No, there was one other one besides Ghost of Maiden's Peak. Oh, it was in when the Drowsy was hypnotizing.
Yeah,
people.
Officer Jenny had a Ghastly.
So this is the 4th Ghastly that we've had throughout the show.
That's what happens when you only have one evolution line of ghosts.
Yeah, but at least use the Gengar. Gengar's only been seen at the most twice, and I think it's only been once.
We'll see Gengar again.
I know. I'm excited.
Okay. Oh, so you know about that.
I know that one, yes. I know about that one.
Okay.
Right. Oh, 2 things about the ship, though. One, the animation of it looked really cool. I really liked the animation of the ship. It was really cool. And 2, the music was really good.
Yeah, it was like super like heavy.
Yeah, it almost sounded like the Pirates of the Caribbean theme before Pirates of the Caribbean was a thing.
Boom, 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 boom. It sounded like Bowser Armada music.
It kind of did. It was pretty cool.
So eventually, the 2 gangs unite, and the ghosts like possess Meowth
because they knock out Jesse and James with their tongues,
and
Meowth explains to them. Through
Meowth, the ghosts, through
Meowth, the history of the ship. Which is basically this guy, the captain was a Pokemon master, I guess.
He only had 2 Pokemon.
He only had 2 Pokemon, 2 ghost-type Pokemon. And his design looked like it was like a stencil or template for like other like random background characters, but they just like tacked on a mustache and another piece of hair.
To me, it just looked like a mesh of like all like anime possible people in one thing.
Exactly.
It looks like Pokemon's take on a Final Fantasy character.
Kind of did, yeah. I'll accept that.
Because he had a ridiculous mustache and beard and hair.
So they explained the backstory, which doesn't really matter for anything now that I think about it.
No, he just won a trophy.
He won a trophy. Like, that's all you had to say was that he won a trophy, the ship sank, and Haunter and Gengar were his Pokemon. They still now guard the ship.
By the way, they were in Pokeballs.
They were. That was
300 years ago. They were in red and white, metallic or plastic Pokeballs.
I'm assuming metallic.
But like modern design
Pokeballs. How? I mean,
they're not in apricots or something.
At least in the Pokemopolis, whatever episode that was, like they had like different different contraptions.
Like dildos and shit.
Yeah, they had like butt plugs and dildos for the Pokeballs. No, these are just straight up Pokeballs. Like modern day Pokeball. Like,
Pokeball technology cannot be that old.
For real. Oh, I also wrote the trophy looks like it's doing a sassy pose, like because it looks like it's got his hands on his hips and
I'm a trophy.
Throwing out his chest. I'm a trophy. I'm too good for you. So it turns out that I was about to say it turns out that Ghastly and Haunter stole the trophy back, but that's not actually true because Team Rocket did. So was it by pure fucking coincidence that they came across the ship and
no?
like what would have how they got it back otherwise?
So what happened is Team Rocket had the trophy on them. The ship summoned Team Rocket, or the ship was summoned to Team Rocket. Team Rocket was on the boat. They took the trophy from them, and then they set it up in its old place.
You know, by the way, this could have all been prevented if Ghastly and Haunter had just stopped the deep sea diver from taking the trophy in the first place. Oh, they when the Pokeballs fell off the counter,
when they took the trophy, the Pokeballs fell off the counter.
Okay. Yeah, but then they could have popped. Then they would have popped out, and they could have still stopped them.
Well, they've been in Pokeballs for like 300 years.
They had to stretch.
They had to stretch. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. Why is the ship underwater all of a sudden?
Where's our master? Oh my god!
Fuck. Oh god! You see a skeleton with like a really stupid costume on.
Oh no.
So the trophy's returned
to Haunter and Ghastly.
They say bye to Togepi.
And then before this they blast off Team Rocket. Meowth makes a really weird noise after they say Team Rocket's blasting off again.
Oh!
It was like wow. It was really bizarre. Like after they were like Team Rocket's blasting off again. Wow. It's like what was that?
Meowth, are you okay?
Are you okay, Meowth?
Are you regressing back to a regular cat?
And after that, the ship flies off into the sky like Peter Pan or something. And
yeah, because the ghosts. Because
the ghosts. It was odd.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of that episode?
I gave it 2.5.
I did too.
Yeah.
This episode was there.
It's there. I'm not mad by it.
I'm not mad. I wasn't invested. I wasn't specifically not invested.
It's cool to see ghosts, I guess.
Cool to see ghosts. Had some cool atmosphere. But who gives a shit?
Yeah. Do we need another Togepi Missing Mine? Probably
No.
not.
Do we need another ghost Pokemon episode? Probably not. Not until you include more ghost Pokemon. I love the Ghastly evolutionary line,
what can you do with just Mischievous, though?
And that's true too.
So you're gonna need to wait all the way till 3rd gen.
Anything else about Shipful of Shivers?
No, literally nothing.
Did it make you shiver?
No, it didn't.
Me neither. Next episode.
Next episode.
All right, Nick. Episode number 98.
98. Meowth Rules.
Or just rules. It can be just rules.
But the title card in the episode wrote it as like 15 S's.
No, it didn't. It rolled as one S with an exclamation point.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were watching a different episode.
No, I didn't even. It had a question mark.
I'm convinced you were writing. You were watching a different show.
It had Meowth fucking Jessie, but like Meowth was like 50 feet tall.
That wasn't it. No. No.
It was.
I mean, there was a different episode earlier on where Jessie had a strap on and she was like shoving it down Meowth's throat, but that wasn't this one.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't this one.
You're right. Jesus.
Get your porn straight. So this episode opens up with Team Rocket.
At nighttime.
What?
It's nighttime.
Oh, it's nighttime. Realistically, this one could have literally just happened directly after the last one.
You could have.
Like, they just landed and now they're like, well, we need money. So James is like, well, use your payday.
Use your payday.
He starts shaking him upside down.
Well, before he starts that, he's like bouncing from like rock to rock to Meow.
Yes. This episode had really fun animation in this, especially in this early part. And then like they're swinging each other around and around. It was fun.
And then Jesse's like, "Well, James, don't you have anything in it?" And then spins him around, and it's just a bottle cap collection.
Yep, he's like, "This is my limited edition bottle cap," or whatever he says.
Mm-hmm. So they see the Pokemon gang, Ash and crew and stuff.
And we see what happens after they get blasted off, because they pretty much immediately blast them off with Squirtle, right?
Yeah.
And first Jesse and James, and then they land in the ocean. They're like floating and watching the stars and everything.
And Meowth had hidden behind the crown of Magikarp, so then it got blasted off.
Separately. And he got way more distance than Jesse and James did.
Well, that's because he didn't have like the included momentum of Jesse and James to weigh him down. So
Yeah, that's true.
Meowth just goes farther by himself.
And Jesse and James are watching Meowth go, well, there goes Meowth. And I'm like, dude, I wonder if like sometimes they, after they've been blasted off, because they've been blasted off so much, do you think they keep track of like, oh, that time we got 455 feet. That's a record for us.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Or I don't know.
Or
like if they like land in different spots, so they have to spend like 4 hours trying to find each other.
Probably.
Again?
So like on the episodes where we see them again, they probably all just landed real close to each other.
Okay, there we go. That makes sense. Maybe they think it's fun. It could be fun for them.
Could be.
Maybe they've started like packing parachutes so they can land more easily.
So Meowth.
Especially if now they know how parachutes work.
Especially now.
So Meowth lands on this island where there's
a cult obviously took over several years ago.
Yes. This was so... Of all the episodes we've watched, this had one of the weirdest groups of people. Probably the weirdest group of people.
Because we got this, like, all these people in, like, robes.
And Meowth ears and noses and something.
They're not even Meowth ears and noses. They're, like, just red noses with whiskers on them.
With, like, little cat ears. And they're worshipping a golden Meowth statue that's, like, 20 feet tall.
Because they want the Meowth of Bounty?
The great Meowth of Bounty is what they're waiting for.
That's what it is.
The great Meowth that the prophecy has foretold to them. So they give all this, like, this tribute of fruit to the golden statue, I guess?
Yeah.
It was really weird. And kind of convoluted, to be honest, but whatever.
Meowth landed on the beach of this island, and a bunch of...
He wakes up and he says, I should be getting frequent flyer miles. Which is funny.
That was... So, a bunch of the cultists just happen to find Meowth and like, whoa, holy shit. So they strap it on and do like a military hut-to thing, which you don't need to do for Meowth.
No, it's just Meowth.
It's 14 pounds. There's 4 of you.
You're fine.
So they go there, and then the guy with the cult leader, the guy with the stupidest hair.
But the most distinctive voice, I guess.
But the most distinctive voice.
He's wearing like cat paws on his hands.
He's like
mittens.
The great Meowth of the Meowth of Great Bounty.
The great Meowth of Bounty.
The great Meowth of Bounty. It's going to use Payday and give us riches.
Meowth's like, oh shit, I don't know Payday.
I don't know Payday. I used all my move slots.
To talk and walk.
Yeah.
But then they like start giving him food, and he's like, all right, let me ride this out, see how far I can get with this. Free food, yeah, hell.
So it's the next day, and Ash and crew are about to land on the island. Meowth sees them from afar. He's like, shit, they're gonna expose me. And his fantasy of them is like, they're like laughing at Meowth.
It's great animation.
He's evil, like,
It's such great animation. And he's like, I can't let them discover it's me. So he has them sick the giant Meowth, which apparently is a robot, full of people inside, like, controlling it. And it chases Ash Misty off of the cliff of the freaking island.
It just throws... So they have to jump off the cliff and into the water. And it's like, wow, they're not going to get a lot of tourists if they don't control that Meowth. And that's pretty much the last we see of them until the very end.
Yeah. Wait, do they even show up at the very end?
They do. There's like a little epilogue with them, I think.
Okay. That might make sense, yeah. Because the rest of this episode is very Meowth-centered.
It is
and Team
super
Rocket-centered.
Meowth-centered.
Yeah.
And Team
Rocket-centered. Literally Meowth-centered. Like, they worship Meowth. The cultists all find out that Meowth doesn't know Payday, and it does because it doesn't have the move slots for it. So they decide to, like, make it battle Pokemon to learn Payday.
Jesse and James also washed up at
the
same
that's
time
true.
they got rid of.
This is important.
Ash and crew. And Jesse and James almost exposed Meowth for not knowing Payday. So then they have to go have Meowth gain experience so it can learn Payday. Mm. Or relearn it, because it's probably been a while.
But Meowth claims he doesn't know Jesse and James, so they chuck him off the cliff as well. Jesse and James off the cliff as well.
But then Jesse and James are determined to be like, no, he's not abandoning us. We're gonna get him.
Yeah. So they go back. They're in like a little like a coliseum, and Meowth is being made to fight. What was the first Pokemon?
First one was the Nidoking. Was
it a Nidoking?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was remembering that right. And then he was fighting an Onix, and it like was rapping.
And the Onix was just gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah, pretty much. So then Jesse and James decide to throw money at Meowth from afar, like nickels and stuff.
Nickels and James's super
Signature
rare bottle caps.
Which is important to know.
So, Meowth has used payday, according to the cult. So they're like, yay, we're rich. Thank you, Meowth.
And Meowth thinks it actually used payday because it was like knocked so senseless and he can't remember what he was doing.
He has no idea what payday is like for him.
Yeah.
So for all he know, he could have. But then he sees James's bottle cap, the gold star.
And then he gets all teary-eyed and he's like, because Jesse and James are walking away after throwing the ball caps, they're like, you know, it's better for him to be here and be a winner than be a loser with us. Yeah. That was actually quite touching.
Yeah.
It was quite touching.
They want the best for their friend.
They do. It's fucking episode centered on Team Rocket, man. Like, what the hell?
we just need Pokemon to be about Team Rocket, and then
apparently.
And then we won't be able to talk about Pokemon anymore because there are going to be like 4 full Torb episodes. By the way, this is a 4 full Torb episode for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Spoiler? Because Meowth gets back. He finds Jesse and James and he's like crying. He's like, guys, no, I'm sorry. What I did was stupid. And they're like, well, we don't forgive you, but like, you're one of us, man. Come on.
You can pay us back, don't worry.
And at the very end of the episode, and he leaves. This is important too because Meowth leaves the island. The cultists all still think that Meowth is their saint, their god, or whatever.
Because
he never tells them that he's not.
They were just gonna have him lead.
Yeah, but no, Meowth never tells them that he's not. So he is literally walking away from something really, potentially a really awesome situation for himself. Yeah. So yeah, what happens at the very end, Jesse and James are trying to get Meowth to learn payday, so they're going to send out their Pokemon to put in the battle.
Attack him. And then also Ash and the crew are just wondering what was on that island.
Yeah.
And what misadventures they missed.
And that was the full episode.
That was the full episode.
So tell me about these 4 Voltorbs, Nick.
Okay, so it's a 4 Voltorb episode because this is now a Meowth present story.
Yeah.
Because the only Meowth story we had was into his past.
Yeah.
So this is just like another look into their bonds from Meowth's perspective.
Yeah.
And like, hey, you owe us, but we love you.
But we love you.
So just come with us so you can owe us. And like that's part of their. That's the Team Rocket way of saying we love you.
Yeah.
And we want you to be with us.
Yeah.
But they were completely content with leaving him on the island because they knew that was going to be the best thing for Meowth.
Yeah.
They only accepted Meowth because they knew Meowth wanted to come with them.
Right.
And it's just like their friendship. Their friendship is so much stronger than Ash and Misty's or Ash and fucking Tracey's.
Tracy doesn't have any personality.
Exactly. They have personality. All 3 of them. They're strong personalities. They are really well-written characters.
They are. Especially when they're not just like the...
When they're not being used as obstacles?
Yeah. I mean, even when they can be used as obstacles, right, and still like be well written and everything, but they usually aren't. Is the only thing.
So, and like this doesn't have anything that made me mad about it.
No,
Jigglypuff wasn't in it. They didn't have to go look for Togepi, and Tracey was barely in it. So,
yeah.
It was missing all 3 of the things that could go wrong. Because also Team Rocket wasn't an obstacle to themselves.
The creators had the wherewithal to keep those things out of it, keep it centered and focused on the story of Meowth, which is important for this kind of, in order for this kind of story to work, and I think it works.
And this is a cult.
Yeah,
like this is some dark shit.
Man, now. It was so like. It was such an interesting step for the creators to take.
Like the world building.
Yeah.
In this one. Now we know that like. Oh hey, Plasma and Galactic aren't the only ones that have like these weird cult things, cult followings.
Sort of common in the Pokemon anime.
This is why there's so many gangs throughout each country.
I gave it 3.5 Voltorbs myself. I didn't give it 4 just because like it just didn't have that extra push for me to give it 4.
I mean, honestly, it's more like a 3.75, but I'm rounding up.
But you're rounding up as you should, you absolutely should. It's a good strong 3.5 though. Like I really do think this is a very strong episode, And I would love for there to be more episodes like this one. Like, I would love for this to be the norm for episodes rather than the freaking...
The
rarity. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, the story was so focused on this one, in this one.
Mm-hmm.
There was an arc to the story. There was an arc to Meowth's journey in this one. He comes away from the island having learned something that wasn't with him there when he went to the island. Jesse and James had a really good, strong moment in it. They had callbacks to previous plot points in the episode, which shouldn't, with like the gold bottle caps and stuff, which shouldn't be like a selling point for me, but it is. That they had good like story structure.
This isn't the first time James talks about his bottle caps.
No, it isn't. This is they brought it up a few times. Bash to the Bone was when they first discovered the bottle caps, which is still adorable that he collects bottle caps. Of all things, for a man who was once wealthy to collect, he collects bottle caps.
The fake money.
Yeah.
Or the real money if you play Fallout.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like this episode. I thought it was a strong episode.
My favorite of the bunch here.
Of these five. Possibly mine as well. It's close between this one and the next one we're about to review. So do you want to go on to that one?
Yeah, let's go on to it.
Awesome. Episode number 99. Tracey gets fucked. Sorry, I mean bugged.
Tracey gets fucked.
Tracey
gets bugged by bugs.
Oh God. Especially with like Scyther and Pinscher, that'd be horrifying.
Oh God, no, no. You don't do
it.
Now
I'm picturing it.
Ah!
No. Episode number 99 is Tracey gets bugged. So they get to this island and Tracey's all excited. Okay,
Actually, so they get to this island.
If you notice, in the last 3 episodes, I've been avoiding talking about Tracey. Because I said in our last review, at the end of our last review, that I wasn't going to talk about Tracey again until he was important to something.
Well, that last episode was a cheat.
Because he was barely in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the previous 2 episodes, like, he had nothing to do with anything.
That's true.
Even this one, I could almost go through this episode without talking about Tracey because it's about him, but...
He's kind of communicating for Scyther.
Yeah, it's more like a Scyther's episode. Which, Scyther is one of my favorite Pokemon. Absolutely, it's definitely one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon, period. I love Scyther, I think it's great. I love its design, I love its concept.
So how do you feel about this Scyther, specifically, then?
This Scyther is awesome.
Oh, you like it? Okay.
I don't like that it's owned by Tracey, of all people. So, Tracey, Ash, and Misty get to this island, and it's a bug-type Pokemon island, I guess, right?
Yeah, and so Misty's afraid of bugs. Oh, no.
But Tracey's super excited because... As we all know, he's a bug-type trainer, and he loves to collect bug-type Pokemon, and bug-type Pokemon are all he ever talks about.
Wait, what are you talking about? Venonat is clearly not a bug-type. That's why Ed and Meryl make such a good combo.
Well, he sends out Meryl and Venonat because they want to look around the island, and, Venonat has bullshit radar, and
Meryl has super
hearing because...
Fuck
ears?
You.
Yeah, I don't... And Misty's like, well, at least they're not bug-type Pokemon. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but Venonat is bug-type Pokemon, and Tracey should correct her. Tracey should correct her. Tracey should correct her.
Correct her!
Okay, so you're just gonna... Alright, whatever.
Why doesn't
Venonat's not a bug-type Pokemon.
Why doesn't Misty want Ash to catch a Caterpie? It's like, Misty was fine with Butterfree.
Yeah.
And Caterpie is the least, scary bug out there.
I would think.
But no, she's just afraid of it. By the way, this is something that Tracey didn't know already. When he already knew that Charizard was a lazy piece of shit and that Jigglypuff sings, yet he didn't know that Misty was afraid of bugs. Why is that?
I guess they just haven't come across bugs, and... I mean, Tracey's not psychic.
What about Venonat? What about Venonat?
Clearly, Misty...
Venonat.
As in, venomous gnat?
Yes.
So you get to this Scyther that's wounded.
Yeah.
I can't talk about this other shit for too long. I'm going to lose my mind. They get to the Scyther that's wounded, lying in the middle of a clearing, and it's got, scars and wounds all over its body, and it can barely move. Tracey comes up to it. Are you okay, buddy?
Yes,
Fuck
I'm
off,
doing
Tracey.
fine!
I'm great!
So he tries to give it a potion or something, but then the Scyther jumps away and is like, no, fuck that shit. And Ash tries to throw a Pokeball at it, but he's like, no, fuck that shit.
So how does he subdue the Scyther?
Venonat uses sleep powder.
That was it.
And so he catches it,
Tracy
and you
got
got
it.
really upset that Tracey caught it.
Just because I don't want Tracey to own one of my
Venonat
favorite Pokemon.
used sleep powder.
I know, but I don't like Tracey, so I don't want the blandest character ever to have one of the coolest Pokemon ever.
Forrest, this coolest Pokemon ever is going to not be cool. I don't want to say much, but just don't
God.
expect a lot from it. Because remember, it's old. It's old. It doesn't have a lot of vitality.
So Ash says, we can take the Scyther to a Pokemon Center. And Tracey says, right, then it can rest and heal up. And I'm like, say something that means something, Tracey.
Say something that's not already said in the first sentence.
God, like you are literally so useless that everything you say could be said by the narrator in the opening moments of the show, just to sum up the plot.
He adds exposition to things that already have had exposition.
I don't understand him. I'm sorry, but he makes me mad because he's useless. He's so bland and so useless.
So the Scyther expresses Forrest's feelings in the next shot.
Yes.
And it's just fucking cold.
Just glaring
cold
him down.
dead at Tracey.
Because
unblinking.
Lying in the Pokemon Center hospital bed, just glaring at him through the glass like, you fucking caught me. Fuck you.
Fucking Officer Joy. Like, Nurse Joy is, like, doing open surgery on it. Like, it's, like, breaking broken arms and re-breaking broken arms to fix them. And all the while, Scyther's just doing this cold, dead stare. It just hates Tracey that much.
I don't blame him.
Team Rocket is on the island.
No.
Yeah, they are.
No.
They're on the island, and they're also going to capture some bug types. But then they find a whole swarm of other Scythers. Turns out the Scyther that Tracey just caught was the old leader of the Scyther, and it lost its rights for leadership.
In a battle against this other Scyther, who's got like a wicked scar on its head.
A wicked scar and like some teeth.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely an adamant Scyther.
Yeah.
That Scyther.
Yeah, definitely. Nurse Joy explains to them, like, oh yeah, this Scyther probably lost a fight to another Scyther. That's where these wounds came from. Its leadership was challenged by another Scyther, who then beat it in a fight. Ash says, it beat him in a fight? Wow, that other Scyther must have been stronger. And I'm like, Tracey's rubbing off on you, Ash.
No, he's a bad influence.
It's a bad influence. Get away from him, Ash. Don't do the drugs that he does.
The Scythers have cut off Jesse's hair.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Right before that. That's when Tracey talks on the video phone.
Oh, it's a Professor Oak.
Professor Oak says, he's talking about the Scyther. Professor Oak is like, oh, if Scyther was beaten by another Scyther and then was captured by you, it must be feeling pretty low. It's word for word what he says.
Professor Oak hasn't even met him in person, and he already knows Tracey's a shit. Like, you want to meet me? That's fine, but I'll sign a book for you or something. Can you just not hang around me? Thanks.
So, like Nick was saying, Jessie gets really upset because one of the Scyther cut off like pretty much all of her hair.
So now she's got like a nice medium length hair.
Yeah,
it looks
actually really good.
Her.
Yeah, she needs to keep that instead of the long, stupid, get in the way hair that she had.
Right, like the hair that will get caught in everything that's behind her,
and will tip people off that's her when she's in disguise. I mean, come on, man.
Like, I'm surprised that Ash and the crew were able to recognize Team Rocket instantly.
Right? Because Jessie has short hair now. They should be like, who the fuck are they?
Yeah, like,
actually, that would have been
really
funny.
I recognize him. But...
Yeah. That would have been really funny. Because it kind of would have been implied that they that maybe Ash has face blindness.
Ah!
Which would explain why he can never recognize them. They just change hair or glasses or whatever, and they're, oh yeah.
It's when they see the model that they're like, oh shit, it's Team Rocket.
Yes. That's the only thing that could ever cues him in.
So Jesse's really upset and wants to go capture all the Scyther to spite them now.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can send them to Giovanni as an elite Scyther squad.
Which, fair enough. That's
intimidating.
That's awesome. So they use a glue gun to glue all the Scyther down, so they can't really move that much.
So Old Man Scyther, that's what I'm going to call Tracey's Scyther now.
Old Man Scyther?
Old Man Scyther has instinct about his old party being in danger, so he flies off.
Mm-hmm.
And Tracey's like, whoa, oh no, my Pokemon. I should go get it.
I don't think he had that much emotion in his delivery. Let's be real for a second. So they go to the middle of where they're into the middle of the woods where Team Rocket is, and so they have a battle with Team Rocket and all that kind of stuff. And Team Rocket's using all 4 of their fighting.
Lickitung, Victory Bell, Weezing, and Arbok.
And Scyther, Old Man Scyther is trying to kick some butt.
And he needs to do this by himself to prove something to himself.
Yep. Very nice that they had that arc with that Scyther. They put a lot of characterization into this.
This Scyther probably has the single most character development out of all of the main party Pokemon, except for Pikachu and
especially
Charizard.
When they're introduced.
Yeah, especially when they're introduced.
Yeah, not even Squirtle or Bulbasaur, because, they were always very... They pretty much are what they are.
Yeah.
This Scyther has a lot more going on. It's got that pride factor, that Vegeta-esque pride factor going on, which is awesome.
Scythers makes sense. Bulbasaur's arc was, I don't want to evolve because I want to be who I am.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Bulbasaur, that doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, I never got that either. And Squirtle was just...
there's an island of my evolutions. Oh, and I'm in a gang, yeah.
It's dumb. So Scyther's got a really good arc in this story, and he's kicking butt and proving himself to the other Scyther and saving their ass.
And Tracey's able to help Scyther because he recognizes Victory Bell's movements right before he uses Razor Leaf.
The only time his a Pokemon Watcher status has ever been useful for anything.
And I was actually impressive. I'm Jesus, Tracey, okay.
Okay, well...
Do that more.
Yeah, exactly. Be of use like that some more. Because that's 1 point for Tracey.
Tracey's first point.
Bing. If he has any more, I'll let you know. But so far, he's 1 point. So they beat up Team Rocket, cut off the rest of Team Rocket's hair so that Jesse and James both have little mohawks. Looks pretty awesome, actually. They should keep it.
They should.
Jesse looks badass with a mohawk.
It keeps up the intimidation factor for them.
It does. Haven't they worn mohawks before when they were dressed like rock stars and stuff? They should keep it. It looks awesome.
They fly off. Old Man Scyther.
And Scar Scyther.
Have an acknowledgement of each other.
They clang blades together.
And they're like, okay, you're the new leader. I wanted you to protect my friends before I headed out.
Yep. It was a really good... Honestly, that was... The arc of that Scyther in this episode was so satisfying for me. Mm-hmm. That's why I gave this one 3.5 Voltorbs. Because I really enjoyed this Scyther. I really wish it wasn't owned by Tracey, and I really wish if it was, Tracey had a little bit more of a point. But you did get the 1 point, so that's good.
There you go.
I really liked it for that.
I'm giving it a 3.5 too.
Yeah.
Same reason.
Yeah. Pacing was decent. Had good animation.
A Pokemon with a story.
A Pokemon with a story. Most importantly, a Pokemon with a story. It's kind of it's a little bit of the old, I got a battle to prove myself that we've seen 90 times.
But it's with a Pokemon that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. This is it's because it has a backstory that wasn't a flashback backstory, but we understand that this is the Scyther's old swarm that he's protecting, and he has to stand up for himself. And really, what it comes down to is him allowing the other Scyther to take charge because he's had his time.
Exactly. Another little small thing that I thought was funny was that Tracey recalls Scyther, and he's like, okay, I caught Scyther! And then Ash is like, hold the fuck up. No. Tracey, that's wrong. You gotta do it like this. And then he starts instructing him.
Put your feet this far apart, and then you gotta...
They gotta be grounded.
It was pretty funny.
And then he keeps, like, bending back his arm, like, it's gotta be like this.
Yep.
Like this. And I think that just went on till the narrator stopped talking about it. And,
yep. And it was good. It was good. Good episode.
Good episode.
Actually, this whole batch up to this point has been fairly strong, actually.
I think this is the strongest batch of this season so far.
It really is. I mean, we've had 2 episodes that were sort of meh, but at least they were still, like, interesting and engaging in some way.
I had my first 4 of the season.
You had your first 4 of the season. I had 2 3.5. So if we didn't have another episode to review, this would be a pretty positive podcast.
But we have another episode to review. Let's get the fuck on to it. Episode
it is time.
100.
Triple digit episode.
100. My phone fell asleep. Way off there.
You forgot what the name of it was.
Because I forgot a lot of this episode. It was.
This episode was, hey, let's take a break.
Hey, it's like the characters take a break, the Pokemon take a break. Writers, you take a break.
Writers, take a break. Storyboard guys, you take a break.
Everybody, let's just take breaks.
Take a break. The only people that are going to be working on this episode, we're going to have one writer, one animator. You're going to be the one animator. We're going to make it up as we go. There's not going to be much story, so we don't have to worry about paying a writer. Voice actors, just say something into the microphone, and whatever you say, we'll find a way to put it into the episode.
A lot of commercials about meat. We'll make that work.
And, we'll just slap it together and see what happens.
All right.
Then we'll all go on vacation to Disneyland.
So it opens up with them on the ocean, and the narrator's like, we meet our heroes in high spirits. Then they're like, oh. And then the narrator's all, these are high spirits?
I love sassy narrator. He's the best when he's sassy.
Turns out the gang needs a vacation because their lives are hard work because they keep volunteering themselves to do bullshit.
They shouldn't keep volunteering themselves to do bullshit. But what do I know?
So they find this happy paradise, really pretty island that for some reason is not occupied at all.
Why is it not occupied at all?
I don't know.
Whatever.
It's weird.
They decided to go on the island and take a break from everything, and they send out their water Pokemon to splish splash, taking a bath, blah blah blah. And they're like, we'll just say and kind of hang out.
And then they send out all their other Pokemon. And Scyther meets all the other Pokemon who they're initially afraid of it, but then they're like, oh, okay, Scyther's nice.
Yeah, there's like this tension between Charizard and Scyther because they're both
warriors.
The badass warriors. And that's everything that really happens.
Snorlax is kind of a shithead.
Yeah, he keeps eating stuff.
He even eats the human's food. Team Rocket notices them. They were relaxing, but then they're like, "No, wait, no, we gotta steal them because we have our debt still.
We gotta do this thing." At one point during this episode, I don't know when, but at one point I wrote plot. Any plot around here? Plot? No plot.
No plot.
No plot.
Let's see. And
my next note is fuck you, Jigglypuff, fucking Puff. You stupid fucking useless piece of fucking shit Pokemon, why do you fucking exist?
Your note is about that's longer than my note. And that was also my last note.
The whole show. Well, because Jigglypuff sings them all to sleep and writes on their face again, and that's like 3 minutes of animation filled, I guess.
Yeah.
More like 2.
But Team Rocket's plan to steal Pokemon was actually kind of smart in this episode.
Victory
Bell
used
really
sleep
bizarre.
Powder. Well, while they're all asleep.
I
guess to keep them asleep.
To keep them asleep.
Didn't really work because the moment someone shouted, they all woke up. But yeah. And then this really fucking, I don't know if this was skill or pure luck or what the hell it was, but they have a gun and the single shot, like the single little missile fires off like 15 suction darts to hit each
and all
individual
of them
Pokemon in the head. They all succeed, yeah. I don't know if that was luck or skill, but...
Maybe you can code, like, the trajectory of the... Maybe it's like a computer-enhanced gun. So you can code the trajectory of the darts.
Team Rocket's that smart?
I mean, yeah, probably. They're able to design robots and shit. You know
how that's
technology works. Yeah. Ash does like a 5-minute montage.
Yeah, a clip show. He has a clip show of the 2 badges he has.
One of them from 5 episodes ago.
Like, why? Why was this part of the episode? It literally was just like in the middle of like them sleeping. He goes off, sits on a rock, is like, I got 2 badges. Let me think about how I won these 2 badges. Yep, that's how I won those 2 badges.
I mean, not even Indigo League did that with its 81 episodes. Like, they did it at the very end.
But only at the very end.
Yeah.
It wasn't like in the middle. Like, okay, cool. I really kind of think that because this was the 100th episode of the show that they just slapped something together so like the rest of the animation crew could have the week off or something.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. So
God.
They battle Team Rocket. Weezing uses Smokescreen for the 500th time, and they reuse the animation.
Well, we don't know it's Smokescreen. All we just see is smoke, and James never said Smokescreen.
That's true. Not this time. I'm sure it's something else.
Could be smog. Or haze.
So that's about it.
Yeah.
So Scyther does his spinny move, sword stance, and it gets rid of the smoke because...
But then it's tired because that's all Scyther can do.
Yeah, so how do they get rid of Team Rocket? Do I care? Charizard blasts them.
Yeah.
It's literally Charizard does it. And then Scyther and Charizard look at each other and I guess they respect each other now?
Now they're friends.
Wouldn't it have been way cooler if Charizard and Scyther had like a sparring match or something?
I feel like Charizard would actually win too easy because of its flamethrower.
It wouldn't win too easy?
It would win too easy.
Yeah, but I mean, at least maybe Scyther is really fast and like is able to do some damage to Charizard first, and that way Charizard at least respects it when it beats him.
I see.
I don't know, just something to give this thing some kind of story or plot, because that's literally the episode.
Jigglypuff does something because Jigglypuff's
puts them
in
to
this
sleep.
episode. Oh, but all of them to sleep.
It puts them all to sleep. She draws them in the face. They wake up, and that's it.
Jesus.
That happened like in the middle of the dinner or something.
God. This was the last episode we watched, and I can barely remember it.
Because nothing happened in it.
Well, what do you give it, Forrest?
I gave it 1.5 Voltorbs.
I'm giving it 1.5 Voltorbs.
Yeah. I mean, it was dumb and pointless and bland and stupid, and nothing happens, and I wish it didn't exist. But...
Like, I would have been happier with, like, a bullshit, hey, it's our 100th episode, we're gonna do some bullshit, yay!
I've been happier. I don't want to say this, but, like, because they used a little bit of clips anyway, I would have been a little bit happier with a clip show. I said it there. I said it.
No,
I regret saying it, but...
I understand.
Just anything else. Just some kind of plot. I mean, if you're going to do Let's Be a Vacation, I don't know, then have it like a simple plot. Don't include Team Rocket, because we've done that 40 million times.
Like a Pikachu's Vacation... in a show would be really good.
Exactly like Pikachu's Vacation, because that was just fun. It was just fun. There was plot, but it wasn't super stakes having, but like it was plot. I mean, you can do it without like needing to spend 40 hours to make sure you have the perfect psychological like mumbo jumbo for like the stakes of your episode. It just needs to be a simple plot. Just like, oh, we need to get to the other side of the island where there's a nicer beach, but there's a fucking ride-on in the way. I don't know. Something.
There's a fucking ride-on in the way.
There's 2 ride-ons fucking, and it's right in the middle of our way. We gotta get around it, but we got a ride-on dick in our ass, so I don't know what to do. Sorry, this episode was stupid. It was pointless.
Yeah. Then they leave the island the next day.
Yep, that's all.
Yeah. Pokemon of the week?
Pokemon of the week.
Okay.
But hey, we've done 100 episodes.
100 episodes! I'm gonna win this last clap!
Dick. Alright, Nick.
100. My number's 100. I'm picking 100 because it's the 100th episode that we've done.
Okay. Episode 100.
Let's get the ceremony out of the way. No. 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 No! 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 No!
How did you do that? How did you do that, Nick?
Damn it.
I shuffled these. I shuffled these today.
Why did you shuffle them? Why did you shuffle them? It's full beat. It's full beat.
Tell you what, I'll do you a favor. We'll get Illuminize out of the way.
No.
No, just Volbeat?
We're gonna spread the misery out because you know what? That's what the fucking show is. That's what the viewers want. They want me to be fucking angry.
Hey man, last week we did Chandelure, so this week we gotta do one that you hate.
Yeah. Okay.
Volbeat. Oh my god.
I don't think I even have it.
Oh, I do. I have one that I trained even.
Why?
I like the one I trained.
Why?
Why? Because it's
Wait, actually, I
Volbeat.
might have one.
Let me pull up his stat page.
Okay, I have one.
So Nick, question: is this one of your top hated Pokemon?
Yeah.
Is this like top 5 hated?
I would have to actually think about it, but looking at its fucking sprite and how it won't fucking stop fucking moving, yeah. God, I think I hate Volbeat more than Illumise. Hey, little bit of trivia.
Like Volbeat a little bit more than Illumise.
Illumise at least just stands there and like a fucking Russian doll that just doesn't know when to blink. Well, Volbeat's a fucking obnoxious little spaz that keeps hopping back and forth. Little bit of trivia. I named them both Fugly. Volbeat with a Y, Illumise with an IE.
Hey, man. They're awesome Pokemon.
No, they're not. They were originally going to be Bug Electric, which would have given them some credence. But no, then they decided to just be, we'll only make them pure fucking Bug and have no fucking point to them at all.
It's weird that they're completely separate Pokemon since they're obviously like the male-female version of each other.
Yeah.
That is bizarre. This generation, Volbeat got a 30 increase in its stats. 20 in defense and 10 in special defense. So its defensive stats are actually somewhat usable now.
Let me see.
It's got a
65, 70. Fuck you, 73. What the fuck is this bullshit with the fuck? Biggest 0 or 5? 75, 47. Again, fuck you. 85 and 85. Okay, fuck. It's got good, decent speed and special defense. Not terrible defense and a little more terrible attack. And then fuck all special attack and HP. Fuck this fucking shit.
Are you okay?
No!
Well, let's talk about how it's a prankster user.
Mine has Illuminate. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Because
I'm not gonna give a fuck to catch its prankster form.
It's prankster. His hidden ability is prankster. I've seen people use a prankster Volbeat with Rest, Sleep Talk, Tail Glow, and Silverwind.
That sounds like the worst fucking shit ever.
You can use...
You know what's gonna happen when you use Sleep Talk? You're gonna use Rest again. Because that's how fucking Sleep Talk works.
You can use Prankster Confuse Ray or Prankster Moonlight. That's good.
No, it's not. It's bullshit stall fuck.
Mine is actually super solid. Mine is Struggle Bug. It gets Seismic Toss, believe it or not. Mine has Seismic Toss. Of all Pokemon, Volbeat has Seismic Toss.
Yeah.
So mine has Struggle Bug, Seismic Toss, Toxic, and its last move is, I think, Infestation. Infestation or Moonlight, one of the two.
Mine is on level 13.
Uh-huh.
And it knows Tackle, Double Team, Confuse Ray, and Moonlight.
Hey, that's a shitty, that's a fucked up set right there.
It's gonna know this set forever, so I'm not gonna fucking train it at all.
Oh my god. Yeah, Volbeat is probably one of the worst design and concept Pokemon. Just because, like...
Well, the concept's fine. I like the concept. It's just the execution's so fucking bad.
Because it's a lightning bug Pokemon that gets tail glow. It's one of, like, 3... Like, fucking Ampharos doesn't get tail glow. It's one of, like, 3 Pokemon that get tail glow, but...
The other one being a fucking legendary.
Yeah, but, like, it doesn't... It's got... at the maximum at level 50, its special attack is 108. So, 2 tail glows is going to get you adequate special attack. At level 100, it's 212. Like, that's less than... Special attack stat at level 100 is less than modest Chandelures at level 50. It's so bad.
Why does it have a nose? Why does a bug have a nose? It does not need that.
Why does it have human eyes? Actually, what is it based on specifically? I know it's based on Lightning Bug.
It's based on Lightning Bug and fucking horror.
See, origin. It appears to be based on a Firefly, like its counterpart, Illumise. Might have been based off the subfamily of Siphonosaurinae. Its appearance is based on a greaser, a subculture in the 1950s.
You know what? That makes sense because I fucking hate grease too. And grease too.
Yeah, the collared shirts. Wow, I'm surprised I never really noticed that, but yeah, the collared shirt is what I'm talking about, and the striped undershirt. That looks a lot like a greaser. Why did they name it? Why did they model it after a greaser of all things? Like, what the hell?
If you're gonna make a bug after a greaser, make it like a bug dark or like a bug electric, maybe.
I do like my Stolly one just because like the seismic toss on a bug type is cool, but
it's so fucking ugly.
It is an ugly Pokemon. It is an ugly Pokemon.
It's definitely in my top 5 ugliest Pokemon. Top 3 on the top of my head.
I can't remember if it's how its stats differ or if they differ significantly from Illumise's. Do you know off the top of your head if they do?
Volbeat is better at sucking fucking balls, while Illumise is better at sucking fucking cock. I hate them both.
Oh, Illumise has Oblivious and Tinted Lens, which are better regular abilities for it to have.
Oh, holy fucking shit. That makes all the fucking difference. Can't fucking wait to talk about that one.
It has higher special attack. That's about the only difference, really.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit higher in some of the stats, but lower in the others. The attacks are swapped, essentially. Yeah, Volbeat... a lot of people, I think, use Volbeat as like a tail glow setup Pokemon. I think it has access to Baton Pass, so...
Okay, that works.
Yeah, so Baton Pass tail glow is most of the time, I think, how you're going to see this Pokemon used.
You know what would be great?
What?
Is if there was like a Baton Pass self-destruct hybrid where it passes on the stat boosts, but it dies before doing a little bit of damage.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's like Healing Wish only...
Stat boosts.
Yeah, and kills the Pokemon that's battling. Well, not kills, but does damage.
Does damage to it, like a base 100.
So you could just get rid of the fucking thing.
Yeah, because that's what I would teach it.
Like a Memento, only it does damage instead of lowering stats and raises stats of the incoming Pokemon.
Exactly. You'd probably have to split that into 2 different attack, or well, you'd probably just do that with just the stat boost.
So there's not a whole lot else you can do with it. Encore, Trick, cool. If you want to scout with it, U-turn.
If you feed it in Pokemon to Me, does it use its grubby little hands to hold the bean?
I don't know. I don't use it in Pokemon Me.
Well, why not? You fucking trained one.
Yeah, but I didn't put into Pokemon Me because that doesn't matter with anything else I have to run through the game.
It's how they level up faster, though. No.
I only needed it to get to level 50. I didn't need it to get to level 100.
Yeah, but instead of like doing 20 battles to get to level 50, you can do like 15 battles.
Really, it's a Volbeat.
I'm talking about any Pokemon.
Well, I'm talking about Volbeat specifically.
Well, okay, well, fuck. Volbeat can fucking die for all I fucking care. I give it one Voltorb. One self-destructed Voltorb.
Wow.
It's fucking stupid. Its type is fuck.
Just pure bug.
Its abilities are dumb.
Illuminate and Swarm.
Illuminate and Swarm. Prankster being the only one, but now that's been weakened.
Yeah, you can't do shit with it against dark types.
You
Which is
can't.
dumb.
And there's so many more better Prankster Pokemon than it anyway. Klefki
Klefki has the advantage, and Whimsicott both have the advantage of having like stab attacks that are super effective against dark types, so that they come against dark types.
Yeah.
Whereas, well, I guess technically Volbeat does too, but attacking stats are abysmal.
Yeah, Bug Buzz and doesn't even learn a physical bug move. I bet it doesn't because it's a fucking piece of shit.
I think it does.
God.
Might get Bug Bite.
Bug Bite's only impressive on Scizor.
It's true.
But it can die in a fiery ditch.
Well, do you have anything else for this podcast in general?
In Pokemon news, we got a week till Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I'm sure the game's already been spoiled. Like, very akin to how Sun and Moon were last year. 2 years ago? I don't know. But I'm still looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm looking so much forward to it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'll probably take all the Pokemon that I've raced level 70 in this generation, just finish up boosting them to 100. And yeah, probably teach my new Scizor Bug Bite, because Bug Bite, you only have access to it in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
You need Move Tutor. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to most, weirdly, is the Move Tutor.
It's always the Move Tutor. Yeah. The Move Tutor and the O-Powers. I miss O-Powers.
And I would like for there to be the triple battles in the battle tree. I know I'm probably the only one that really cares about that, but I would like it, because I don't like just doing double battles.
Double battles.
And single battles are fine, but you only get to use 3 Pokemon, so... I mean, it's my own time. Let me do 6-on-6 battle tree battles.
Yeah.
You know, like, why does it always have to be just 3 Pokemon? I don't get that. So those are some post-game changes I would like to see.
Yeah. You think there's going to be any more Ultra Beasts revealed?
I wouldn't mind if there were. I mean, the Ultra Beasts are cool. I like their designs usually.
I wish this new batch had like better type, or at least more interesting type.
You like the Rock Steel?
Well, Rock Steel's dumb. Fire Ghost has now been used for 2 other Pokemon. And, or 2 other Pokemon lines. Then straight up Poison. Which
one was the straight up Poison?
It's like an Ultra Beast used by the new team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forget what it's called. Like, yeah, I don't know. It has some code name. Something. Oh, well. May your nights be illuminated by the stars and not the fake moving ones, because I'm going to fucking destroy those, because those are fucking probably Volbeats. They're going to fucking die! I was happy, because we had a good episode, and now that's ruined.
I am sorry, Nick. It's not my fault.
You shuffled them today! I don't know. It's Schrodinger's cat. If you hadn't shuffled them, maybe 100 would have been something else.
I mean, it probably would have been something else, but I don't know if it would have been... I don't know what
else. Do an undo change. I want to do an undo change.
I did it before I opened the document.
Fuck!
I usually will shuffle them after, like, I get home and I'll reopen the document and I'll shuffle them.
Okay, Forrest. Goodbye.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Nick.
Get out of my house!